Professor Lang, all other Hong Kong U professors and students. I'm very honored to be the Chapter Honoree for the Beta Gamma Sigma Hong Kong U chapter this year. Again, congratulations to all the induced members. As just now, right, in the induction sections, right, you heard about Beta Gamma Sigma are actually the initial of the Greek words that signifies honor, wisdom, and earnestness. So today is really a date to celebrate your wisdom, the hard work and dedication that you have put in to reach this achievement. You should all be proud of yourself, right, and your achievement as of now. Before I share with you my secret sauce of success in this era, right, I want to have a little bit introduction about myself, right? Of course, Professor Chai has already done it, right? But I also wanted to say a little bit about that, right? I'm Christina Wong, right? I am the Managing Director looking after the business and operations for strategy and consulting in Accenture, Greater China. For those who don't know Accenture, right, we are actually the leading global professional services company that actually help our clients to make changes in this world, right, with technology, with innovations, with anything that you can think about. So every time, right, when I talk about my career history, right, I actually have been with Accenture for 27 years. After my graduation from the Hong Kong U, I studied computer science information system 27 years ago. It was actually a new topic, right? And then I joined Accenture as a consultant. At that time, right, a consulting profession is not really common, right? But I choose to work in a consulting industry because of all the changes that it could happen in the market, right? And also all the new things that I can encounter in my career. So whenever I told people that I have worked in the same company for 27 years, right, a lot of people actually feel very amazed. But I actually see it quite differently. You know, as I said, consulting companies, every day, you know, I actually need to face new challenges. Every projects that I work with, right, are actually new problems that I need to solve, right? And every clients that I met, right, they have different aspirations and expectations that I need to help them to achieve, right? So in a way, if you look at that way, right, I actually changes many jobs in my career. And I think that also sets the foundation for me to be a recognized leader in the companies and also in the market. So this evening, right, I wanted to share with you the secret sauce that I have learned, right, in my career to be successful in this era. To align with the theme for today, right, I use Beta, Gamma, and Sigma to talk about the secret sauce. So let's start with Beta. Believe in your values. Let me share the story of my dad with you. In 1970s, my dad actually moved to Singapore with his team to join a global electronic company to be an engineer, okay? And when they arrived there, their bosses are not good to them. They actually, you know, expected them to work long hours, but with less allowance than the local people. I mean, of course, my dad and his team can just, take it, right, and continue to work on that, right? But they believe in their values, right? And they actually, they actually take a very bold move, right? They don't have the money to afford paying the flight ticket back to Hong Kong. At that time, you can imagine 1970s, right? A flight ticket is very, very expensive, right? So they can't afford that, right? And then they take a bold move, right? They buy tickets to take on a 1 month cruise journey back to Hong Kong, right? And why, right? Because they think that, right, they have the skills, right? And they have work hard, right? And they should be paid fairly, and they should be treated fairly, right? But they wasn't having that treatment at that time, right? So they come back to Hong Kong, and guess what happened at the end, right? Their bosses actually regretted, and the regional CEO come to them and invited them back to Singapore with a better package and with a better treatment, right? So what I want to share with you is that if you believe in your values, right, and if you are able to work in an environment that positively helping you to grow and value your contributions, and also like fairly treated you, right, then you have already, be in a very good foundations to be successful. Okay, so the first secret sauce that I have is like believe in your values, right? Of course, I'm not saying that everybody needs to be like my dad, taking such a crazy move, right? But I think that the essence of the story that I want to share with you is that, when you believe in your values, right, and when you fight for the things that you are supposedly to be able to get, right, then you are already halfway to be successful. Okay, and then the second one is gamma. Okay, gamma, give and take equilibrium. In life, right, we always need to work with others, right? Under many situations, we have different stakes with different stakeholders, right? I mean, like clients and consultants, right? Like teachers and students, like parents and kids, right? Husband and wife, right? So a lot of things, a lot of different people that we need to work with, right? And your network and relationship with people are actually very, very important for success. So we have to have the wisdom to balance the give and take, to create a win-win environment, right? To establish a mutual respect and trust, and so that you can actually generate a long-lasting relationship, right? I give you an example, right? It's a commercial example, right? During COVID times, right? Many of our clients actually have difficulties in sustaining their business, right? Of course, we can choose to walk away and say that, okay, now you don't give us too many business, right? I'm walking away. But we didn't do that, right? Because we believe that it is important to get through the difficult times with our clients. So we choose to take some measures, right? And helping them to get through that. And now the business is rebound, right? And the relationship that we have with our clients is even stronger than before, right? So, and I think this is a very good example of like, you need to make a judgment on when you want to give, right? And how you want to build a longer term relationship, right? Of course, I'm not saying that we always need to sacrifice, right? But again, it's always a trade-off, right? I mean, sometimes you lose, right? Sometimes you gain. So if you want to establish a longer-term relationship, right, the give and take equilibrium needs to happen. And then the last one is Sigma. Sleep with innovation and let there be change. Okay, before this induction ceremony, right, I was talking to Professor Tai and Professor Leung on metaverse, right? I mean, there are so many things happening in the market nowadays, right? I mean, early last year, it was metaverse, right? Everybody talking about metaverse, virtual learning, digital twins, right? Gaming, everything, right? And people, was still trying to figure out how they should tap into this space, right? But, as you know, towards the end of last year, another interesting topic comes out, right? Generative AI comes out, right? And then everybody was obsessed with this topic now, right? And the interesting thing is that, right, everything moves so fast, right? Just a few months from last November, we already see a lot of vendors and clients, right, preparing for offerings and solutions that are around generative AI, right? So what does that mean to us, right? It means that you really need to sleep with the innovations, right? You need to keep up to date about, what's happening in the market, right? I mean, you may say that you are lucky or unlucky in this era, right? Because the lucky thing is like you have a lot of exposure to a lot of new things, right? The unlucky thing is like you need to spend a lot of efforts, right, to make sure that you are learning this, right? Otherwise, you will get outdated. So that's what I want to share with you in terms of the secret sources that I have, right, in this era. Again, congratulations to all of you being a new members to the Beta Sigma Gamma Hong Kong U chapter members, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Wong.